Right, welcome everyone to the second of two installments for the Next Gen Matchroom and DAZN card on Friday night from the Indigo at the O2. We're looking at the co-main event here, myself and Mr. Liam Tully. Junaid Bostan, another one of Matchroom's prospects, fighting out of the Steel City gym under Grant Smith, I believe. He's fighting Bilal Fawaz for the English Super Welterweight Championship here. As we've just discussed off camera, Liam, don't really think there's too much chance here for Bilal Fawaz, but good opportunity for him, I guess, at the ripe old age of 36 to maybe try and cause a big upset to one of the highly touted prospects in the super welterweight division here in Boston. He's coming in at 10-0, 8 wins by knockout, savage body shot finish in his last fight. Really impressive finish that was. Fawaz got a decent record himself. He's coming in at 9-1, just to 3 stoppages, but as we discussed, a lot of 4-rounders in there. I think he's only been in a scheduled 10-rounder once. Obviously, this will be his second time. But yeah, how do you see things? Is there any chance for anything other than a complete domination here for Junaid Bostan?
Look, as much as we've both just praised the matchmaking between Lydiard and Asazi, I've got to slate this matchmaking because, look, it's okay. A next gen show is meant to show off your prospects, but you can still show off your prospects by giving them competitive fights. The fact that they've wangled the English title on this fight as well is, an Eddie Hearn masterclass for the umpteenth time we've ever seen. It's Fawaz has no business probably challenging for a Southern or Central area title, never mind an English title. But I'll move away from that. Junaid Bostan is a very exciting fighter. As you say, he's part of that Steel City Sheffield gym. We saw what Dalton Smith done with his dad over Asazi last Saturday night, so we know it's a gym that's red hot. We know it's a gym that's going places. But my question would really be, what do you learn from this, other than maybe getting the exposure of being high up on a card, or of having to deal with a few more media commitments in fight week? What are we actually going to learn about Bostan on fight night that we don't already know? As you say, Fawaz is limited. It's being kind in some respects to him. He's, like you say, 4 rounders have been his bread and butter. And he's had some, when he has stepped up, I think he only lasted 3 rounds in the fight where he stepped up to 10 rounds. So it's a very limited opponent. And it puts a bit of a damp squid on it, because as good as Lydiard Asazi is, you've then got this, which is frustrating matchup, I think is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? I do agree with you. It's a limited opponent. We've sung the praises for the main event, which has really gained our interest for this card. It's probably fair to say. If Fawaz is the best opponent they could find for the English title for Boston, then fair enough. I guess, who are we to judge that? But it doesn't look like it's going to be anything of a kind of matchup of sorts on paper. We can see how Derek Asazi can trouble George Lydiard in the main event, the level he's kind of fought at. But yeah, disappointing, I think, is fair to say on the opponent. I think I'd be surprised if Junaid Bostan, the only way that it probably does go rounds and into the deeper half of the fight is if he just isn't concentrating, or if he's, taking the fight lightly because, doesn't think his opponent's up to much. But, if he's on it and performing at the level that he can do, picking the shots like he did in the last fight with a really good body shot knockout, I'd be surprised if it sees the 4th round. I think that's probably fair to say. But yeah, on the flip side, he's young. He's probably still a little bit green. But yeah, I'm going to go. I have to go with what the eye test gives me. I'm going to go Junaid Bostan in the 3rd round, and that's. I think I'm being quite fair in that as well.
Yeah, mate, I can't disagree with you. I think the interesting thing will be is one thing you can say about Grant Smith boxes is they box to his instructions really well. Yeah. So if Boston's told he wants to, I want you to have a few rounds here. I want you to, break him down slowly. I want you to work on what we've been doing in the gym. Then I can see this fight maybe going 5 or 6 rounds. Yeah. But if Bostan catches him early and Fawaz just has no chin or doesn't want it, then that plan may not happen. So, if this fight enters the 4th round for any reason other than it's obvious that Bostan's boxing to orders, I'll be very surprised. I think the reality is similar to what Inoue had with Kim, on a completely different level. Bostan can end this fight however he wants, whenever If he wants to tease and give Fawaz a chance for a few rounds, he will. If he wants to end it in the first round, he can. It's kind of up to him to decide. I mean, you're being generous going for round 3, did you say?
Round 3, I said,
No, I can't be that generous. I'm going to say round 2 stoppage. I can't bring myself to go any further than that. The reality is the discrepancy.
They're doing the fight so we can pick up the belt, aren't they? That's literally all it is. It's just one of those things. English, he'll be in a British title fight probably in the next. I mean, who is the super welterweight British champion? I can't even think. Obviously, Conor Walker's just won the welter, but I can't. Like, it's not jumping out at me for some reason.
It's a very good question.
You know, Cheeseman, Williamson, Kelly. That was the kind of.
That's what it was, wasn't it? But it's obviously moved away from that.
I can't even think.
That's not coming to me, mate. Is it James? It's not James Metcalf, is it?
It could be vacant. It could be vacant, honestly.
I'm pretty sure it is, because I'm pretty sure we're in a position where it is a vacant belt. And then I suppose that poses the question, why aren't we seeing a better level of opponent to double this up as a final eliminator for a British title?
Yeah, it is vacant. I've just checked the website. It's vacant. So
well, there you go.
So probably going to get a vacant.
There's more question marks on this. Why isn't this a final eliminator for the British title, but a better quality of opponent that's going to ask me more questions? But, mate, it's a next-gen show on a Friday night. It's a good card. They've sold out the Indigos. There's 3,500 people in there. It will be a good atmosphere. And, you know, there'll be some highlight reel moments, won't there? Because there always is on these next-gen cards. And this is where the future main room at the O2 and Wembley Arena, etc., ticket sellers are going to come from, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it's on DAZN. The guys have got a chance to really go and put their name out there, and that's why they want to be on these cards. You know, being in a co-main event and main event at the age of 22 as Boston and Lidard are, it's going to be good experience for them. Ultimately, both should pass with flying colours, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes down. But we'll be there to watch it. Myself and Liam both think that Junaid Boston's going to blow away Bilal Fawaz. Liam 2, me 3. Rounds for the English title on Friday. We'll see how it goes down in a couple of days' time. Thanks very much to Liam, as always, for joining me for the show, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers, everyone.